hit way too much.
Your head looks like a ball sack. You look like testicles, and the hair on your chin look like gooch hair. And I'm gonna shove my fist up your ass.
You know he's coming. Like, you know, he might not be the most technically amazing dude, you know, but he's coming to brawl. He's got a chin, he's got hands, and he's coming to put it on you. You know what I mean? There's no question marks. With MVP, there's a whole bunch of question marks. Like, how is his skill set going to translate? You know, you're taking away a bunch of his weapons. He can't kick. There's no flying knees. There's no threat of a takedown. You know, and the fact that they allow the dirty boxing, it changes everything. If they broke it up immediately like regular boxing, okay, now I could see MVP getting out on him. You know, but you add that clinch in there, it's a whole nother opportunity. Perry can catch him exiting the clinch, boom, with an uppercut. You know, they could be clinched up, boom, they break over the top, right. It's good night. You know, I mean, MVP has a great 1-2, and obviously I could see his game plan being, you know, he's sticking and moving, 1-2, exit out, 1-2, bang, hook, boom. You know, I can see that happening, but I just feel like it's very likely, especially for a 2-1 underdog, it's very likely that Perry puts the pressure on him, turns it into a dogfight, and if MVP doesn't get him out of there, you know, at the beginning of that dogfight, you know, time goes on, he gets wear down a little bit. Once the fatigue sets in, I don't know, Mike Perry's more of a dog, you know. When they're bloody and tired, who's going to quit first? I know who I would bet on not quitting first.
See how you want this to go. Do you want to lay down and die, or are you going to fight and kill someone if you have to?
You're going to tell me that's not a good bet? I mean, at worst, this is a coin flip. I think Mike Perry should, you know, I was anticipating this fight being closer to a pick'em. Bare knuckle, but I'll never forget. This is going to be the second time I'm betting on bare knuckle. First time I lost a bunch of money because I bet on Paul Malignaggi or whatever against Artem Lobov. And the reason was because at the time I didn't understand how much the dirty boxing and the clinch and the fact that there's no gloves on, not as much, a lot more gets through. You can't, you know, just come with the high guard. It changes the game. So I didn't realize that. You know, in straight boxing, obviously, Paulie pieces up Artem Lobov with ease. When you factor in the rules, it changes things. And I say that to say it could be almost the opposite in this fight. So it's like, you know, okay, MVP has more skills, more technical maybe. You know, and if you put them in there under boxing rules, yeah, I think MVP would probably get the better of him. But you know, boxing, it's different. You know, he could run around the whole ring. He's got the big gloves to protect himself. When Perry closes the distance, he can't clinch up like the same way. It's a whole different sport. I think, you know, in a bare knuckle situation. Mike Perry is going to wear on him. And if MVP is not able to get him out of there early, you know, that's the only way. If MVP gets, you know, if you tell me MVP wins, I would assume that it was early and he sniped him with one of them mean 1-2s. Bop, bop. Good night. You know, that's how MVP wins. The longer this thing goes on, the less likely I think MVP ends up winning. The more it turns into a dogfight. So I, you know, either MVP gets him out of there in the first round, or I'm thinking Perry's going to wear him out and put him to sleep. But at plus, you know, at 2-1, if I had to say I was, you know, my official round and all that, I want to say MVP goes down in the second or third. Yeah. I'm gonna go Mike Perry by knockout, second round. overhand right when they're exiting the clinch. There you go. They get clinched up. Perry, let's go. Boom! Good night. End of story. Cash and tickets, baby.
I'm gonna twerk on you when I knock your ass out.